Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Hello, how you guys doing? You're welcome to the Ladies Talk Show, where we discuss every and any single thing that has to do with women. My name is Chikasi Obo, and of course you could always catch up on past episodes on our YouTube page at Western Spring Television. And if you're a guy and you're tuned in and you're watching that because we said Ladies Talk Show, you want to tune out, no, because this is the show where you get to understand every single thing about women, how we think, how we function, how we operate, and all of that. Now, I'm not alone in the studio. I don't do the show alone because I've always got with me my amazing, beautiful soldiers, as they like to be called. Ladies, how you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm blushing like that. What's happening?
Because he called us soldiers, you know?
Exactly.
It looks as if we're having white and black there.
Right.
Me, I think
You seem to be
we are
I don't know why. Baby.
the black sheeps.
But at least we try. They still want black.
Black
True.
hair. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. At least we are still in their mix, you know.
Yeah.
There's still something black.
Yes. So how you doing, Temitope? How's it been? How's your week been?
Very good, very good. But we're still hoping for a miracle. Nigeria is still Nigeria. I really am hoping for a miracle. That's one day I would wake up and say that, yes, this is the country. You know, the way you wake up in the morning in America and say, God bless America.
Does everybody ever say God bless Nigeria? What do they call it?
Now where they look at. And they look at.
No, but indeed, I think it's something we should
patriotic
imbibe.
citizens.
Over here, we wake up and shout, "Good morning, my neighbors." There's something like
They want to go like this, call you something. Because the money is on money.
Exactly.
Oh, it's like when you wake up, they might say, it's like, I'm like, thunder, fire these people. Yes.
But really, I really hope to see a better Nigeria. I want to see it. I don't want only my children or my grandchildren to say, I want to see a better Nigeria.
Hopefully.
And I'm praying that God bless Nigeria.
It's no
What?
good. Which one did you, baby? Which one
No,
did you?
I can feel that.
God.
Her patriotism, she's a real Nigerian.
You know, it's that real connection.
Hey.
Can see it.
I feel it.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. You see this? God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. I want to feel. He touched me.
You want to feel it,
I want to feel it,
you're not there yet.
but I'm not there. You know, it's not easy to feel it. But I share the goal. You know, this goal.
Don't worry, it's a fever. You'll catch it.
Oh, thank God, it's a great day. See, in this Nigeria that we are in, if you don't laugh and be happy for yourself,
If you don't laugh, you cry.
you will cry.
For real.
See, if you don't laugh and be happy for yourself, I think you just get overwhelmed with what is going on.
Yes.
And that's why I love this country, because no matter the situation, we always find the joy in it. That's what makes us Nigerians, actually. You said the way that we just came in and we did this year, no grief for anybody, and everybody was just vibing to that, just to just make ourselves happy. The last year was in turn. People just come with so many things. Just because, seriously, Nigeria is a place where if you survive,
It's not for the faint-hearted.
you can survive anywhere, even in heaven.
True.
You
Not
survive.
like there's hardship in heaven, but
You get
No,
you can
wait,
survive.
wait. What are you trying to say about? No, wait.
I'm telling you.
What are you trying to say?
I feel like you should have said
If
even
you can
in
survive-
hell.
Even in what
Because
happened to
Nigeria
hell?
is like, you know.
No, Nigeria is semi. But you know, one day I was burning something. I like, if the heat from the fire just came, I was like, I know God is a fire. God for me.
Even ordinary dry season weather.
For
So
real.
but we thank God because it's a great day. And funny enough, January is so fast.
For real.
For real
Because
this year.
Usually January is like
42
57 weeks
Okay,
in one
you used to
month
say
and
57,
all.
we might say 42.
But this time around it's like we're there already.
And did you guys feel the Hamatan that
you
went
were
and
like,
came
pa.
back?
Yeah.
Man, and you did not feel it. Talk about
It was the return of Hamatan.
But you did not feel it. Your mind, you not feel it. Do you feel it? Do you
I
feel
understand.
it? We felt it. We did not feel it.
What's going on here?
You feel it. You not feel it. Did you feel it? Not feel it. Cassie.
Oh, I did. I definitely felt it.
Can you just tell me to calm down?
Everybody not feel it.
I mean, very soon she won't be feeling it soon.
Yes, I will be feeling it. I will not leave you, Cassie. I will not ask you again. I will not ask you again.
Right, but it's nice to have you on the show.
Yeah,
You're
it's
welcome. So, Nengi, how are you doing?
No grief for anybody.
You are this your mantra. How's your
That's
week
my
been?
mantra. Ultra
All
this
this
year.
time this year.
But
Yes,
don't
so-
claim it to
Why?
because Yul said he was the one that, you know.
Brought it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Oh,
please.
Leave that one.
That one you like regarding him.
That one that is there, but people.
Nah, we ain't regarding him. He's just chasing
You know,
class.
Joe, baby, we used to say no grief for anybody. Pata pata na waiting.
That bracket first.
That is our mantra for this year. Pata pata na waiting.
That
We are
bracket
together.
first. I know, I go but to school. Leave her.
But without explain, give them.
Yeah, sure.
Of course. All right. I think it's very exciting whenever I'm in this, you know, atmosphere with the ladies, with my soldiers. You know, it's always very exciting to be on the show,
Yeah.
Ladies Talk, because just like Ju Baby and Mr. Mitope has rightly stated, this country, you have to make yourself happy. In fact, there's something that King Eve would always say, you're 100% in charge of your happiness.
happiness.
So you just have to make yourself happy at all times, at every time, all day, every day. You just have to try and keep yourself happy. Most times, you know, there are some things that, you know, will come and you want to waver, you want to be sad, you just want to be alone. You understand? But then again, you still find yourself trying to push.
Yeah.
And I think that's one wonderful thing about each and every of you guys sitting down here also. That's, you know, that zeal to be able to push no matter
keep
the
a smiling
circumstance.
face.
Exactly, to keep a smiling face. I tell you, it is not easy, most especially for broadcasters.
Oh,
I mean,
yes. Oh, yes.
it doesn't matter
Oh, yes.
What
what
you're
is
going through.
It doesn't matter. You have to come
For
here.
real.
And
Every
smile.
day.
I could be served breakfast 1 second before I come on air. It doesn't
And
matter.
it doesn't
I
matter.
can be
Smiling.
100%.
Exactly.
That's
Thumbs
all.
up for broadcasters then.
Yeah. All of us, we need it.
All right, it's so good to have you on the show, ladies.
Yeah.
We'll go on a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll be discussing the topic that we have for this week. You definitely do not want to miss out on this one. Welcome back to the Ladies Talk Show. Now, for the topic we have for today, we are going to be discussing the issues that a lot of single ladies, a lot of single mothers experience with these landlords in a case where they are being told that they cannot be allowed to rent an apartment simply because their only crime being that they are single. And, you know, we've experienced, I personally have experienced this, I've seen people experience this, and finally, Olivia Modi got to sit down with a landlord to ask him exactly what the issue was and why it was that he had that mentality or not wanting to give single ladies an apartment or to let out his apartment to single ladies, and this is exactly what he had to say. Now, it's a 6-minute long video, but we just cut some clips out that were very, very important and key, so we're going to discuss it today on the show. So roll the clip.
Thank you. As an African, I don't think it's the right it's a right to a woman to look for apartments.
So where am I supposed to live? Under the bridge?
You live under your husband.
But I don't have a husband, so what
You
am I
have
supposed
to
to do?
look for one as an African.
I have to look for a husband.
Yes. Let me tell you, as an African, if you are enough to marry, you did not marry, people they will look less of you as an African.
So are you looking less? You're thinking of me less than I probably am right
You
now.
are beautiful as a lady.
So what do you think about me?
But if you are a single mother, I'm sorry.
I'm not a single mother.
I would think otherwise.
But why would you think otherwise? Because there are so many reasons why marriages don't work out. I know of somebody who was in a marriage where they almost killed her husband, almost killed her. Would you advise that woman to stay in the marriage? Because with statements like these are the statements that make women stay in very abusive marriages that lead to their death. Have you ever beaten any of your sisters in husband's house?
No?
Aha.
No?
I know people that they have beaten. Their husbands have beaten them blue-black.
Something must have brought that beating.
So it's the woman's fault for whatever reason
It's
she was
both
beaten.
faults. Let me tell you, if you are married to somebody, well,
Yes.
That day you sighted your eye on that person that you are going to marry her, marry him. Let me tell you, you have to be submissive to the core.
You know, towards the end of that video, she was like, even if he's trying to kill you, and you responded, you have to endure.
Wow. Endurance to death.
Honestly, this blows my mind, but this is unfortunately what we have to face as single ladies in Africa, in Nigeria, in Osun State, self, because while I was serving, while I was trying to get an apartment, I said for apartment for like, I think 4 months. And, you know, I would always see cases of, oh, they want a married couples, they don't want single people, they don't want this, they don't want that. And even when we got my mom an apartment recently in Lagos, my brother had to be the one to speak with the landlord, because according to the landlord, he did not want a single woman living. You know, as much as she's grown, he did not care. There needs to be a man that would speak with him. So my brother had to tell the landlord that, okay, well, I'm going to be staying with my mom. He had to be the one to make the payments and act like my mom didn't even have conversation with the landlord at all. He had to be speaking with my brother. And it just blows my mind, because why would it's insane. Now, Olivia Modi, in fact, she's a lawyer, she's an actress, she's an entrepreneur, she's well made, she has value, she's worthy of every respect being given to her. But according to this landlord, she's not enough.
Like
Just because
she's single.
And so she's not worthy enough to be given an apartment.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. I don't know why in this present time and age, 21st century, 2024, we are still discussing situations like this. It honestly blows my mind. Judith, what do you have to say about this situation?
See, first of all, that one is person Papa. That is saying all these things. He has kids, he has daughters. I'm sure he's going to have granddaughters too.
Obviously.
And you're saying that there shouldn't be accorded respect for the fact that they are women. Because it's this African mentality that see ladies as less until you have a man that you're something. We've gone past that age. Like now we have ladies. That's why I would still say that's why we don't want a female president. Because we've gone past that age that you say ladies are less. That you want to put a lady under a man. Yes, should a lady be submissive to a man? We've always said it on the show. That a lady should be submissive 100% to their husband. But at the case of maybe violence or anything, leave.
Please, put your life first.
Put your life first. Because that's why we have the case of Osinachi. Put your life first and leave. But this is a man telling me, if I don't have a man, and I'm single and working with good moral values,
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter that I have to have a man for you to communicate with. I think that's low self-esteem, man. You know, men like to feel that women that are powerful, women that have this ego, cannot be tamed. But it's a lie. There are women that have this ego and they are respectful. They have good moral values. They only come for you when you come for them.
True.
And this man is saying, okay, if you don't have a house, I can't. If you're not like, if you're not married for me, I can't give you a house. So that I love the watch. So I should sleep under the bridge because I'm single. I'm well to do. Then I would not worry. People like that. People that I say, I'm not swear for the man. But you know, because what I want to say is that you will not have a house, and you come and I say I don't give single men house. Yes, no, it's true. I say I don't give because I need a woman to talk to that will be coming your head. Because if you are here, because it's true now. Because I think what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Definitely.
Because why would you say you will not give a single woman a house, but you can give a single man who is more promiscuous, who comes home with different ladies every day, and this single man doesn't even come home with any man, and yet you can't give her a house.
And it makes no sense because what's the alternative?
Like,
what if I don't have there's no father's house to go and stay in?
Like,
And I'm in different states, different countries. What do I do?
You know, this African mentality is what sometimes I love Africa. I love us Nigerians, but sometimes we need to move from this idea of living a very primitive life to being exposed. Because if it's outside the country now,
nobody cares about
nobody cares whether you're married or not. Even at 18, they already start telling you, please leave our house and go get your life for yourself.
For real.
And I think that's why we have that case of, there was one case we discussed of a lady that couldn't leave her father's house. I think that's the same idea this man has. Because you now see ladies that go into their marriage and they don't know what to do. Because I'm not saying there are some ladies that live with their parents and they are still sensible.
But they've not had the opportunity to be independent.
Some parents still give their ladies, even while living in your house, this sense of responsibility.
Yeah.
But you see some ladies that they will stay in the house, and they will stay treated like. So when you not get married, you're not pushing into marriage. You don't know what to do because you've not lived on your own. Even in school, you could not live on your own. They send you to a relative house. See, yes, now that's what people do.
Yeah.
That's what parents like that. Parent like
You're
this,
right.
parent like this
Very
man
right.
would send their children, their
To a
daughters,
relative's
to a
place.
relative's place
Exactly.
in school. I will not
So
let
that
you
they can keep a
have-
close eye on them.
And it's wrong. That same thing, that same people will still do rubbish, and you will not know. But is that what we are preaching? Like, is that what we are preaching? Because when you hold ladies like this, cage them, they will still do what they want to do, and you will not know. And when when you will know, it's now when you don't, water don't pass Gary. You will not be saying, I did not say that she should not say that. You get me? Like, it's crazy. Like, how would you look at a lady who is very successful
And a man like
and
this,
still call her
you know,
less?
Jew baby, a man like this would still be that parent that, despite you caging that child, that's your daughter, you will still tell her that bring a man, just like what we discussed the last
how
time.
do you want-
Exactly.
how
I
do
think
you
that
want
kind
to
of a
bring man?
father.
Exactly.
How does she want to bring man?
Exactly. Makes
Like,
no sense.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you see a lady that has good moral values. Because I know one thing they will say that is because maybe ladies are promiscuous, but men are promiscuous too. You have a lady that has good moral values, that is well to do, that is okay, that can pay your rent without even having issues. And you say, no, I want to speak to a man that is under her.
It really is
I mean, that she's
baffling.
under.
It's
It doesn't make sense.
such a baffling situation.
We've moved beyond this era. Why did Jesus had ladies moving with him? Why did he not say that they should not move with him?
In fact, the whole of his lineage,
They should not stay in their father's house and be serving him from
He's
there.
linked to one woman
They
or
were
the other.
moving with him. They got to a point that when they did not go with him, they'll stay somewhere and do their own work. Do you understand? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, are we still fighting this? So me now, I can't say, I want renter. You call it, Bo,
You are single.
Bo. We will bring one man that is not living there. He will just come and parent.
And that's the thing.
And he will go.
That is
That's just it.
literally what she was trying to
Yeah.
say. Because now you are pressuring women into wanting to go find a man. That she has to lie or she has to just, I don't know, just find one man and say, okay, yes, just because the society is not going to accept me as a single woman. So anyone that is coming, anyone that's available to.
Do you know this?
I go in and I collect.
Baba like this now. If you bring one guy that just bring a guy and say, Okomilele, somebody I want to marry, but we have not yet married, but he's the one paying the rent. This man will agree.
Of course. Of course.
You will agree.
The man figure, the
Of
manly figure.
course.
Like,
that
that's
is all
just
they
it.
need. My brother literally lied. He's not based in Lagos. He lied and said he was going to be staying with my mom. And just because he had heard from a man, the landlord said, fine and good, you're free to parent. Makes no sense. Really makes no
It's
sense.
degrading.
Tell me, Tope, when he was being asked some of the reasons why he, was saying this, he said it's because they don't usually hear what the single ladies. It's not easy for him to control them. And so he feels it's better when they have a man so that at least you can say, I will tell your husband, I report you to your husband, your husband will not be the one to caution you. Do you feel like that's a good enough reason for him to want to feel that way? Single ladies being, hard-headed, stubborn, not wanting to listen to the elders. Would you agree with him?
Of course not. I will never agree to such. You see, when he said that, what I was hearing in my head is him saying that, indirectly saying that what he's expecting the man to do is to use some sort of force, violence, just the way the lady was saying. You're trying to say that, okay, how else do you make a single lady that is of age to hear what? I mean, if you talk to me as a man, an elderly man, and I cannot take
Listen, you.
how else would I take it from another man? Is it simply because it's my husband? Or
Abi?
simply because it's my boyfriend? Or simply because it's a friend I brought as a charade to get a house? I mean, there are some of these things that they really don't make sense. But then I don't blame the man. That's the truth. I mean, when
In
you were
what
talking,
sense?
I really don't blame him. I blame my gender. Because there are some of my gender that everything they live for is a man. They live, eat, and breathe a man. They don't have an iota of independent spirit in them. No fighting spirit whatsoever. Nothing. I mean, how do you look at yourself? And because a man said, you have a bulgy tummy, your face is having some sort of
Wrinkle.
exactly, or that your butt is not big enough, you go to alter it because of him. See, I'm not against all of those things because it's your choice, but do it because it makes you,
want
happy.
to, yeah,
You
not because of a
fulfilled,
man.
not because of a man. And so our society has really caged us. We as ladies need to remove ourselves from that cage. But we are just, our cases, the case of prisoners who love their chain. We love those chains. And that's why we are still there. That's why that kind of man
Still have
his
mouth.
idea of, no, actually in Nigeria, in Africa, we have a warped idea of what submissiveness is, what respect is. A Nigerian parent would think that respect is when you do not question them. For heaven's sake, you should question some things.
True.
You should not take things hook, line, and sinker. When your parent tells you, when you move to close to a man, you get pregnant, tell them how.
How?
Ask them how.
That's just
Begin
it.
to question some things. Don't take them anymore. And that's why we have some problems, germane problems, that will never leave.
But I'm very sure if you ask them those questions, there are some parents that the
shut you
answer
down.
to you, the answer for you is
Slap.
Correct
Yeah.
one. I'm telling you
Should
something.
it be so?
And
Yeah,
I'm
you're
telling you,
asking
that
me
is where all these
why.
things started.
True.
Exactly. That's
But
where you
ask again.
started.
Because
Another time, ask.
now,
It
when
depends on the
again.
parent too.
because no, because
It depends on your
because now
parent,
when
too.
that man touch you, you don't get belly. You go say, he touch
Some
you.
people are lucky to have parents who, you know,
Who
are
would
receptive
expect-
to asking
yes.
questions, and some people
Some don't.
you
That-
dare not
that
question
is
that's
them.
why I'm
That is
saying
why
that
we bring
keep
this 21st century women. We will not be like those.
If you keep
Definitely.
questioning
Because
them,
our parents of that days, if you ask them, say, Mom, what is sex? They will say you don't
My mom
spoil.
always told me you're not old enough.
Yeah,
You
to
don't need
get-
to know these
exactly.
things.
When you say you don't
And
be-
is that right?
so, but, you know,
See, one thing you do not know is that our parents today,
Oh my God.
because sometimes I have the opportunity of sitting with my mom, and
Yeah.
in retrospect, she tells me there are some decisions that she took then, even on me, that she wishes she had done better. How then do they know that they're supposed to have done better when you don't change the
ask.
narrative? We need to begin to change the narrative as women.
Yeah.
I mean, form an association and tell them men are not allowed here. A woman should buy a whole street and say you are not allowed here. It's only for single. See,
it
by
might
the
be
time we
war
get
at
to
the end
some
of the
point,
day.
exactly, that's war.
Yeah.
Cold war on them. And that's why you see women now in politics.
Yeah.
True.
It starts with just a seed, just one. We need that one person that is courageous.
That will speak for us.
Yes.
I was trying to say something while Tokwe was talking. Now,
Yeah.
the truth of the matter is, whereby you have that kind of parents that, you know, when you ask them, they answer you with slap, correct one, and you keep coming back, they will take you for deliverance. You will go, they will stop you inside
Let me
water.
go for deliverance.
And the truth is,
Nengi.
you
my
know, that kind of a child,
Yeah.
would grow, and when a man like this talks, they would agree.
Yeah,
Because
they'll
of
keep
course-
quiet.
Do you understand?
Their
Because of
parents
their,
are
because of their
subdued to-
thank you. Because of their background, they will now see submissiveness
Becomes a
as
normalcy for
Do you
them.
understand?
Yes.
Now this man also talked about being submissive. They will now see it from that aspect,
Angle, true.
from just that angle. Now the truth is, see this whole thing that just happened there. First and foremost, I tried to follow this man's statement, like
Word
step
for
by
word.
step,
Yeah.
sentence by sentence. The first thing he said, this man, the first thing he said was, as an African or as a Africa or whatever he said. And it baffles me that we just try to, what's the word now? I'm trying to get the word I can use. We just try to make ourselves look like we're still those primitive, you know, people. Because when you now say as an African, everybody inclusive. Our culture, everything inclusive. Why are you trying to paint this beautiful culture of ours in a bad light? Yes, we understand that these were norms some years back.
Years back.
Years back. And that is why I'm so surprised that I was thinking we've made progress. I mean, with everything some women do, with the kind of achievements we've been able to achieve, some powerful women we have in this society. I mean, we could mention names, names and names and names. To be honest with you, I'm surprised that we still it's like we still have more work to do.
Yes.
And fortunately, this is not even from the female aspect. It has to be from the male. Who raises this kind of men? One question we should be asking, who raises, because I'm sorry to mention this, but as at last year, Cassie got an award. Aside from that, King Eve got an award. Now, King Eve initiated some sort of what they call this, some sort of gathering
for men, for little
guys,
boys,
for boys, for teenage boys. Talking about the fact that we don't just have to be training these our female kids, you know, in a particular way. The boys, we need to take them as targets also. And that was a beautiful initiative, to be honest with you. Because if people like this men, would have gotten that kind of exposure, I'm sure that these things like this would not be coming out from his mouth. So that's, as Africans, I think he should just come out and say he has hatred for women.
You really need to check his generation. He's an elderly man.
He doesn't like women that are successful. He does not like women that are successful.
I understand that, of course, he's, you know, he was raised way back. And that was the whole thing that formed his experience while growing up. And hence he has this, this kind of, in fact, right now, I'm going to call it a misleading statements, misleading words he put out there, to be honest, because we've moved past that, which means that there's a lot of work to be done.
Truly.
Not just for the female gender, but also for the male gender. We need to move past this. We need to have progress, because this man, I don't know.
I don't know who this kind of man see my grandchildren that are sons. God forbid.
While he was talking, I was in my mind, I'm like, but this man has... He has daughters. Because he can't tell me that, okay, it is only male children. He has daughters. He would have grand, you know, children and all of that. And he made mention of another thing as a woman, which means this man does not even respect. In fact, leave the fact you are single. As
just
far as
being
you
a
are
woman
a
alone.
woman,
he doesn't respect women.
Definitely has generalized it. So that's what I'm saying. He should come out straight and tell us that he's a misogynist, instead of saying as Africans, instead of saying, you know, putting it in general. Because I'm sure there are African men who knows how powerful a woman is. In fact, there are some of those men that are, you know, tapping from the grace, tapping from everything good from a woman. You won't see them come outside to come and start talking and ranting and saying as a woman. Do you understand? Because they've grown to advance and they've grown to understand. The truth is, it's your choice. It's for you to still be living back then. And you know, this one is 5 steps backward.
This mindset of landlords aside, there's also this stereotype on ladies who are living alone. Because you always hear situations like, I remember when I wanted to move out, you know, where I was trying to serve in Lagos, and I told my mom, see, if I get anywhere in Lagos, I'm going to move out of this house. And she was like, except I did not carry you for 9 months, that is that the moment you move out, it means people would say you're promiscuous, you're moving around, you're sleeping. And I'm like, why is it that the moment you're a single woman and somebody maybe wants to look for you as a wife or something, she's staying alone, no, she will not be a good wife to be, and it means she's sleeping around. Why do people have that mindset in general?
Thank God for the men we're having now. Like this, our generation men. Because if you were talking about maybe it's those old men that are advanced, our generation men, what they look at now is, how is this lady, she on her own? Because our generation men now, like of our own grade, 8th grade, are not looking for ladies that are even in their parents' house. Because they feel if you're on your own, that means you can help.
You're more independent.
Help in the family rent. Because sincerely speaking, this Baba, I think he has a problem with female data.
But there are men of his age that, you know, they were raised back then, but they're now advanced.
This Baba on your own, he ain't too much, we get money. Because of low self-esteem.
It's possible.
You know, low self-esteem in men is that if you have money as a woman, they don't want to come close because they feel you will ride on them. And that's low self-esteem. So this Baba like this has low self-esteem. So meaning, I don't want a lady who is successful, who can pay my rent.
You know, Julie, I'm sorry, but I have to say this before I even forget it. I have to say this now. The truth is, he said that, you know, at the point when I was listening to the conversation he was having with, with the lady, he said that because they are not, you know, because he was asked, why don't you want a single mother, single whatever? He said because they are not respectful. And I agreed with him at first, because definitely, you know, we are not of the same personalities. Definitely, he might have, you know,
met
countered on a different level, you know, single mothers,
Why
single
is
ladies who,
Naima
do you
the
understand?
make-
Who
make
are
up?
very stubborn or strong-headed. But when he now went further, he now said, he talked about control. That means I said, okay, he must have met 1 or 2 single mother or
That he
single ladies
could
that he
control.
tried to control
because
and
he
he
wants
fired back.
Because how would you see a grown woman who is living on her own? You are not her husband. She's not submitted to you in any way. All she owes you is respect
And your rent.
and your rent.
And your
you
rent.
come to her in a very some men can be, because you're sick, you're a lady, they want to talk to you anyhow because you don't have a man.
See.
So and you come to her and talk to her in a very disrespectful
even
manner
people-
and expect her to give you respect in
Even
turn.
people that are not from his generation, that
Yeah.
are from generations that, you know, are closer to us, still have
A lot
some
of
very
people still have
terrible
this
mindset.
mentality.
I remember when I wanted to learn to drive. I had finished, yes, I was a graduate at the time. And a man was telling my mom, advising my mom against it. And why? His reason was that if I was driving at the time, when men see me in the car,
Oh Lord, they'll become
they will-
intimidated.
exactly, and they will not come close to me again.
It's low service. There's no service for this man.
I felt hurt. Ask me if I know how to drive today.
Your
I
mom
still
listened.
don't.
Wow.
I still don't. I'm just
Wow.
learning to drive. So there are some things that we need to change
For
as a matter of
real.
urgency. Because these people, the funny thing is, when you try to fight it a bit, you become a feminist.
Yeah.
I think we should all agree to the term feminist for our lives to be better. If not,
True.
Feminism not in
look at it,
the, not
it's already a
wrong
masculine,
angle.
it's already a masculine
Feminism not in
society.
the wrong angle.
Not
I think
in
we
the
should
wrong
put it
angle.
here.
Yeah, at this
Not in the
point,
wrong angle.
what do you think could be the solution to this? Because this is something that is not likely to end today, tomorrow, next month,
Even
next
our
year.
generations.
What do we feel like we could actually put in place to, you know, stop this happening to
It's
single ladies
value
out there?
first. Have value for yourself as a woman.
As a woman.
As an individual.
When you
first.
respect yourself, others will follow suit. I can't carry myself in a certain kind of way and you will bring me down. It's not possible. Give yourself class. Don't fall for every Dick, Tom, and Harry. For heaven's sake. Have dignity for your own body, for your values.
Yes, what?
Every little thing, every time when you have a little problem, you're faced with a little problem, you cannot endure for yourself. And then you fall into the lap of a man because he said something. He threw something at you. And then you're already throwing your values away. My dear, hold those values
You gotta
dear.
do better.
Because in the future, they will help you when money, when men desert you.
All
and
right,
they
so
can't help.
Judith, what do you think could be the solution to
This-
this?
I
Because
think
these
the sol-
landlords, they are not stopping
I
anytime
think
soon.
the solution to it is that we should not make money. Let our driving
The
force.
money is intimidating
let
them, don't forget.
See, let our driving force be money. Then we build houses.
Let your driving force not be money.
No, like leave the other side though.
I get what you're saying,
It's
yeah.
money that is making, because this Baba don't, I call him Baba
But this
said.
lady that is talking to the man has money.
Yes,
And she
actually
said,
now see, let us make money and do houses that we will only, if they call single men, we say,
But at the point where you are not wealthy enough to build the house yet,
See,
right
and you
now
start from
you get
somewhere.
like
the thing is that we shun people like this. When they come for you, you tell them that, see, because you know, they say ladies should not talk. You only talk when you're asked. But now, the narrative has changed.
yeah, I feel like we need to educate them when they make
you
such
talk
statements.
when people talk down at you as a lady.
True.
You stand up and say, I'm a lady.
True.
See, do you know why they call God the multi-breasted one? Because there's this power women will. And most women have sold their powers.
that's the thing.
They've
That's
sold it.
That's
So
the
now
thing.
it's now time to take our power and show that you will it. Men are scared of women, if you don't know.
True.
Men are scared of us because they know that if we stand here,
Yeah.
we can get
Yes.
everything we need.
True.
So we need to take back that willpower and say, yes, I'm a lady, I'm single, but I'm independent and I pay my bills.
Okay. That's
That's
it.
it.
All right. So,
Trying to
Nengi.
woman. All right, I think while I was in school, for my final paper work, I worked on 2 themes. I worked on feminism. I worked on subalternism. Very powerful topics, and of course, I would love to even take those topics up because of such a man like this. And because I just, you know, abandoned after school now, you understand, we need to go and hustle and all. But because of this thing, I sat down here and I'm thinking, go back to those works. Let's see if something good can, you know. And now I'm talking about awareness, which I just spoke about King Eve. Now, those kind of initiatives should be put out there. Let's not leave it only to female teenagers gathering and whatever. Let's also push it out to the men. Let's also push it out to them, because these young guys, they can also go home and educate their dads.
True.
Do you understand? And if their dad is someone that is willing to, you know,
To learn.
yes, he would then, you know, pick it up. It's as simple as that. So awareness is one thing. And just like Temitope will say, value. I think we need that willpower. It's all, in fact, it revolves around a whole lot of factors. Women, we should learn how to stand up. We're not saying you should be abusive. We're not saying you should be disrespectful
Don't think
or
of
rude.
yourself less.
Or rude. You understand? But then again, if somebody tries to talk you down, please correct the person immediately. Do not even wait. Correct that person
Because they do
immediately.
this mostly to single mothers, and I hate it.
Because
Because
they
they see a single mother and they just assume that you're a promiscuous person, that was why
That's
you
why.
got pregnant.
True.
And
it's so
single
unfair.
mothers always suck in. And that's what I don't like. They just, because I don't want problem, you know, so I just get
It's
one
the
pikin.
narrative.
No.
Yeah.
No, if you're a single mother and I don't care about your narrative, what about the singleness. But even if it was a mistake,
Pick up your
pick up your
pieces.
piece. If they talk to you, they'll say, no, that's not
Give
who I am.
yourself that
All right,
bar.
ladies. We'll go on a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll be discussing what's trended. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Turn it up! It's the Wild Wild West, and Western Spring Television is pulling out all the stops to make sure that you don't miss out on every of the fun and happenings around you. Yup, we've got you covered, because your girl got all the juiciest tidbits and entertainment news from around the world. Cross over to the chocolatey side of entertainment. Join me, Chocolate Cassie, on Eccentric as we take you into every bit of the juiciest news, fashion, music, movie updates, and other trending conversations. Together on the show, we'll get personal with your favorite celebrities via phone call, Zoom, or even live here in the studio. Eccentric will be shown on your TV screen on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on Star Times. You're welcome back to the Ladies Talk Show. Now, we just discussed the triumphs and the tribulations that single ladies, single mothers face in the hands of these landlords. It's been a crazy one. And you know, what we're going to be discussing now on What's Trending, it still has to do with a single mother. And this is a very, very, when I saw it, I didn't know what to make of it. Now, this lady, she's single. She has children, of course. She's a single mom. She has somebody that she's been dating. And she decided to do a surprise proposal. And here is how it went. Let's play the video first of all.
When I found you, found my most intimate friend. When I found you, I found whatever when I found you, I found love.
Didn't know what I was gonna say. Yeah, the pressure is on you, not on him, on me. But I have loved this man for forever. We have a child together and we have a family together. I know he doesn't think much of this little sinning thing that we've done today, but I wanted to find out. We've known each other for 10 years. I wanted to know if he'd spend the rest of his life with me. Yes or no, Chris? That's it. Yes or no?
As an African man, you have to do it the proper way.
I'll go and kiss her, man. You want to see that, man? You want to see some juice, right? Let's see some juice. What do you do, bro? Come on.
My whole mouth is
This is yet another African man that we have to deal with. As an African man.
Said it.
Now, you know what's painful is the fact that I felt embarrassed on her behalf, for real, like watching the whole thing. I'm supposed to be like, oh God when? But I wasn't feeling any of that vibe because there was nothing romantic about the way the whole thing went. I mean, she did try the whole "will you marry my dad?" That was sweet and thoughtful.
Yeah.
But his response, scratching your head,
courageous,
saying as an African man, like not even caring, you're facing one side while somebody is trying to propose to you, like Jesus Christ.
That's why she even go and warn you.
Now, they've been together for 10 years.
They've had a
She has a
child.
child with him. And in the 10 years, this brother has never thought of the fact that I need to propose to this beautiful lady. Now, she decided to take matters into her own hands and, you know, propose to him. Now,
Hey!
that was how it
Just
turned
short
out.
of words, really.
See,
I don't
These
even
are
know what to say. I don't even
they want
know.
the risk letter, they go. You know, go marry.
Beautiful.
She
She can do better. Look at the kids.
See, this man
Sweet
that we are
kids.
looking at sideways. He no want marry. He no want marry this girl.
He won't marry, but he no
He
won't
want
marry the
yeah,
girl.
not at all.
True.
He no want marry the lady.
I mean, okay.
He's just enjoying the benefits.
Exactly.
From
For
her.
this lady to come up with it, see, and even working.
Then I think that the lady does not love herself enough.
Enough.
Because she feels that she cannot do better. As a single woman, with whatever amount of kids you have, you can have a single man. Oh.
I don't know.
This thing is about honoring yourself first. Honor yourself first.
Hey.
I mean, a woman, you did not intend God.
And this lady is
10
fine.
years.
How many years
10
did you
years.
did you
Beautiful.
cut for Nengi?
She's beautiful.
10
many
years.
years
That's
have you
like
quoted
you've done your
many years
BSc, you've
did
done
I
your
cut
masters,
for?
you've done your PhD. Like,
Oh wait.
And they didn't even
Me,
think.
I will vote as
no.
10 years.
that's a whole
Okay,
lot.
you go to 5.
You
Let's
get
say
like,
you go to 5.
ask you yourself, ask him, what are we doing? Where
What
are we
are we
heading
going
to?
Do you even know the point?
Ah no.
10 years. Look at the age of that small girl. So that means they've been together for like 8 years or 7. That is not even up to 3. So they've been together for like 8 years before you people had that child. And probably you thought maybe you should keep him, tie him down with
See,
that.
ladies.
Look at it.
Pikin not the keep man, no. Pikin
And-
not the keep man anywhere.
You know, I saw this trend of I'm a something, and I saw this trend, I'm a single mother. I thought getting pregnant
Yes,
would keep the
she
man,
was
and she was
laughing
laughing
at
at her
herself.
foolishness because it did not.
See, getting pregnant
Nothing
will not keep
keeps
a
a
man.
man.
If a man wants you, he will come for you.
That's a thing.
See, I
However,
feel, no.
You see my problem again. You see that statement he made
As an African man.
So now he wanted to use the ring that they did give him. He want to change. But you know something? This man did not use that. And if you want to see a man that really wants to marry you, he don't use that ring. You know what propose to man. If you notice, he don't say yes.
He did it exactly.
not saying
You
yes.
don't have an
He only
update.
said as an African man. These things
That's
should
why
be
I
done
have-
properly. So
See,
he
that's
collected the
smart.
But
ring
he
that
had
she
10
bought with
years
her
to do
money.
it properly.
No, he had 10 years to do it properly, exactly. And he started with having a child. Is that how to do things
let's
properly?
call a spade a
Ah,
spade.
see.
You see, the continuation of this story is that this man.
Okay, well,
He not
African
go marry
men,
this-
truly, that's how they do
painting.
things properly. It's African men that will not want to pay your dowry and want to be
Having kids with you.
Then they will, when you are done, maybe when God ministers,
help,
no,
oh,
sorry,
thank you.
when
You're getting
all
my
those
point.
ancestors
If God
minister
helps,
to
so
them,
if God
Not
just
even
helps,
God.
can
Now,
now-
God
The man,
already tell me my
this
person.
lady has 3 kids here. 1 is for the man, 2 another man. Would you say this is reason enough for him to not want to have gotten married to her?
No,
he
in
knew
the
now.
past 10
reason
years?
enough for you to have not come near her at all.
Oh.
You should have left her with her baggage. You added another one.
Well,
So
yeah,
when you don't marry her, she goes ahead with 3 kids
you
to
understand?
another
To
man.
another man.
See,
What's
and
that?
from the look of things, I feel this lady is the breadwinner. She look breadwinner.
God bless you. That's what I said. Look at the man now.
No, look at
You
her.
will know.
You will know. See, when you see a
You will know.
successful
You will
lady,
see them.
when you see a successful lady, you know. From the look of things, this lady looks breadwinnerish.
I think that's what gave her the morale to
more
influence
apart from
her.
that, and that's
this
why
guy-
he
this
stayed
guy
for
looks-
10 years.
looks
And I'm
like
sure
a
if he
leech.
agrees, she'll be ready to pay the wedding bills.
To be
See,
honest, this guy looks like a leech. And you know leech?
Yes,
They
yeah,
just
they
come
just
and
suck,
suck. And maybe if
Take
I-
off your body.
Okay, maybe if I get this lady pregnant, she won't go anywhere. She will still be with me.
Cry.
And it's just sucking. For 10 years, you're sucking this lady dry. She's feeding
Very
you, she's
terrible
clothing
parasite.
you, she's doing everything for you because she loves. And you know, women, when we love stupidly.
Yeah, totally.
When I
we know,
see cases
our love
like
no they get
this,
high when we don't
really,
start to love. You know,
when
get
I
high.
see cases like this, I'm always sad and I feel like crying. I really wish I could just see them and have a one-on-one.
Because I'm trying to think now, what's the aftermath of this for the lady?
And then the fact that the whole world
This
has
guy
seen
think
that
he'll
video.
marry her.
This guy don't go marry her.
I think we should get their handles and be doing this monitoring spirit. You know that money.
See, I feel
And
like
another thing,
even if-
on a serious note that I
yeah.
would say is, when you get a man, please wash off that African
mentality
spirit from his life.
Yeah.
See, I don't want you to be African. I want you to be a little bit Nigerian and more human.
Just be a man.
Just be
Remove
human.
the
I
continent
beg.
from it. Be a
Remove
man.
it.
See this thing, I swear that this man, you know say this man no talk yes. He no talk no. He just a
See,
scratch
even
him.
if after maybe the video ended, he said yes, he's likely to go
Na
home
lie.
and be like, no, I
Maybe
don't
he
need
just
it.
wants to disgrace her here, and you tell her that I don't think we are fit for each other. But you have been there for 10 years.
10
You have been
years.
legendary.
10
You have been white
good
baby.
years.
The thing
You have
is,
been white baby.
I think with this single action
yeah.
of his,
This woman supposed to get
probably
sense.
she would be able to come
She
to her
must get
senses.
sense.
apart from that,
Probably,
if
to
he
be
says
honest, yeah,
yes,
probably.
it means it's honorable. Or if he says no, it's honorable.
Because there are
I think
people,
he
there
will
are
just
ladies,
up and leave.
no, there are ladies who have proposed to men.
Yeah, we've seen
Of
that.
course, it was successful. They are going
Yeah.
on with their marriages.
And we could
but
see the
then,
reaction from the
Do
men.
you
It was, they were
understand?
excited
Yeah.
about
And
it.
some
They were
people had
happy.
their own ring, but they
You
did not
get-
found the time to propose.
Exactly.
And they just did it. I think I watched one. The lady proposing was like,
He had his own
I have
ring
my own
too,
ring, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, wait, let me do it. And he brought out
That
his
was
ring.
nice.
this one, you don't get that.
He
from
no
them.
get plan.
No.
This one is
So
just
never
there
in
to
the
chop.
books.
To chop and
Imagine.
leave.
Somebody that's supposed to be the love of your life is talking to
No,
you,
see,
proposing in the
no,
presence of many
see,
people,
and
and you're talking with your
Like the
friends.
thoughtfulness behind
Consulting
it.
your
If you
friend
watch that
first.
video carefully, her friend's daughter, which she wrote Uncle Chris, because she calls the man Uncle Chris, Uncle Chris,
ashamed.
aka Dad.
Dad.
You know, you could see her face like, what's even happening? Like, oh my God, is mommy going through this? I could feel for that little babe. Like, I'm like, oh God.
See,
It's
this,
just,
see, this
so
man,
embarrassing.
you see this one, and he wear the king shirt when they buy him. He starts to be like,
How you tell us that them by
get
No, na the woman buy am. We know.
You gonna say
And when
woman
you
buy.
see men like that, we know.
See, this man, see as he's even touching the ring, see, in his mind, you're like, this woman.
See this one.
Me, I don't want to marry you. Me, I just want. No, I'm serious. I feel this lady.
I don't
the
want
lady,
job clean
you know,
matter,
from
go.
what she even do cake.
she puts a lot of thought
everything
into it.
together.
See, I feel this woman. Sometimes love should find people that
Do you
have love to
understand?
give.
For real.
That is just it because this man doesn't
Look
have.
at his
see
face. What is it?
like they are forcing it. This man does not have. This man look like somebody
He's
that-
even supposed to melt
He's
your
not
heart.
smiling. Look at the picture.
This man, he does not have love to give to this lady. I feel he's just leeching on
He
this
does
lady.
not have love to give anybody.
See, I feel he's just leeching on this woman to get the things, benefits he has been getting from her. And he doesn't want to leave those benefits. That's why he has still been, he has just been
Now
there for
this
10
this
years.
lady, now
Yeah,
this place,
thank
like Tope said while we're watching that video, does not look like this country.
Yes.
Who knows whether
Now, my brother,
Nah.
brother,
Now the lady now they responsible for the what they call am passport and
she.
everything.
Green card and the rest of it and all of that.
And everything put together.
What did you think?
And the fact
He
that
has stayed with her 10
you know that
years.
African man, he has gone to another continent and he's still carrying it as an
Because-
African man. To
As a
Exactly.
Can I have
Because
money?
do you think,
You can
honestly,
look at
that
the-
he has been feeding the
when
children
you look
before
at
he
the
had
guy,
his own?
No,
when you look at
And
the
he's
guy,
not interested in her. You can't be carrying burden when you are not interested in
this
his in
if it's truly,
no,
if it's true,
possible.
the vibe that he's giving me as an African man, definitely he's not going to be the one catering for those kids. Because as an African man,
yeah.
he's not going to carry the body of another man.
But he's
so
not.
definitely she's the one taking care of the 3 kids, plus him, plus herself, plus the house they're
that's a lot
staying
of
in.
work.
And I'm just imagining, you cannot even just do this lady justice by
know
marrying
from
her.
this video, the lady said she is the love of my life. This man did not vote utter. No, I love you.
No,
Like
nothing.
Like you know, see, if na person
God,
wey really
I
love.
see.
Bet he has never said I love you to
See,
her.
you know, say.
Maybe he has just deceived her. I mean, for the past 10 years.
No, yeah, no, why
Just
pay?
deceiving her, probably.
Yeah, you see, yeah.
He said I love you
That
now.
kind of- yeah, that
He said,
communication,
"Why pay?"
yeah.
He said, see, you know when he said he was saying, it has been the love of my life. We've been here for 10 years.
10
The
years.
facial expression of this man was like, what I could see from him was like, oh God, do you kind of with this man? No, like, you get me, like,
come up
do
for
not
you.
come up for him, man, don't disgrace you. Like, you know, normally, if you see a man that really loves you and really wanted to do this thing, take this work with you, like when you're saying all that, you'll be like, you will see his
you know,
face.
if he had run out of that room to face it, God, why did you beat me to this? That would have been
For
a great
real. Or you
year.
would have just simply just, switch things up. That ring that was in
Switch
her
things up
hands, take
immediately.
it from her and be the one to go on his knees and propose to her.
That
Be
one.
the man
That
that he
one.
is.
And even apologize openly for taking so long.
10 good years.
You would have won.
All this one that we are doing.
Exactly.
If
Now, so now what we go do,
because
bro?
this man, where would they see? When
I will take that my money
he no
spirit
ready.
game up and
See,
notch.
he see that cake, he go
telling
chop,
you.
and the worst part is that kind man, he go chop that cake, he go chop on the food with that, he go see what pay the woman that night, and he go still tell you say, I no go marry you. I'm telling you,
It's true.
that's what the
I
man.
mean, he will not even say it that way. He will soften it. He will find a way to package
See,
it
when-
to her
when-
that she will
when-
believe.
You
You
don't
see, you
understand.
take-
And they will still keep going in that
This
relationship.
same man
And
will
he
tell
will
the
say,
woman,
you know, you're
why don't
still
you
the
wait
one
for me to
feeding
do it?
me.
You
know,
tell
let
her,
them
he will
job.
tell her,
more money.
Thank
He
you.
will-
You don't have not gotten a job.
He will
you
tell
know,
her,
it will take you.
Sorry.
You know those things, man.
Men, please try and be better 2024 so you can make heaven.
Because you know I'm seeing them not go plenty. They feel not plenty. Because of all the heartbreak, when I don't break people. This man, no. Because
They
this,
have graduated from serving breakfast to dinner.
because this man that I'm seeing here, I feel he will still deceive the lady. Just as he has been deceiving
he
her
will.
for the past 10 years.
What's the final advice that you give this lady? Let's assume she actually watches this show and
Auntie,
she has found herself in
Auntie,
this situation.
pack your
What's the
load.
final advice you should give her?
Pack your load, pack your money, pack your family,
Your
look
children,
for a better
everywhere.
person that will give you love. That will take care of all those kids you have. That will love you genuinely for you. Because this man that we are seeing here, he will not love
No
you.
be,
10
All
years,
those
he not see you
things
to
you
marry
said,
you.
Judith, aka that is also known as brace up for impact, because the impact is coming.
Yes, it's true. We're not even
coming.
talking about that. The impact is coming,
telling
because
you.
in front of those kids,
He's going to hit
you
her
did
hard.
something like this, and they saw the reaction of that man.
Oh,
What do you
maybe.
think those
He
kids will be
scratched
thinking?
your-
Or
Yeah.
maybe
So, yeah, okay.
he's even waiting to
Stop
steal
it.
something from her. Like he's biting her.
To be honest with you,
Stop it,
I
what's
know
your
I
final-
agree with
what's
her.
your final advice for this
I
lady?
agree with you. It's brace for impact because it is coming. It is here, right at your feet.
Okay. And Mengi,
And see, the
final advice.
truth is, I hope that you can be able to identify that this man you have been following for 10 years.
You know,
Has no plan for you.
He has no, thank you, he has no plan.
And
Nothing
if you've been buying
whatsoever.
documents and
So
you've been
the truth
writing
is
Mr. and
name.
Mrs. something.
No,
Hey!
no, good.
Please
See,
make sure that it
make
is
sure that-
Mr. and Mrs. your name.
Make sure you
and your
you
surname.
try
So
as much
that
as possible.
there
Who
will
knows
be
how many
realize.
properties she must have gotten in
That's
his
what
name,
I'm
sir?
saying. Make sure you realize what is going on. The sooner the better.
we haven't talked
See,
about
it
this
makes
man.
me love.
This man figure one small picking for outside.
Absence.
The truth
One
is-
young
the
girl
truth
for outside
is-
when
My
love.
advice to the lady is, if at all you now realize that this thing, there's no headway, there's no plan whatsoever, please, as you are packing
and
yourself,
leave.
give yourself space. Don't go and jump into another relationship.
Love your
immediately.
children.
On the
Give
rebound.
Do you
Yes.
understand? Give yourself space. Make sure you have that time to gather, what they call it, to pick your pieces. Make sure that you brace yourself. Heal.
Don't bring
Because
the
she's definitely
don't
going to be
get
damaged
to-
after this.
Yeah.
10 good years. You don't just get off from that easily.
Exactly.
You'd hear.
But that man deserves a place somewhere.
But Cassie is right
Where?
though.
Okay, you know what, ladies?
Graduate level.
Talk the place.
that man,
I'm telling you,
PhD.
masters and PhD, we have to run because we're out of time. It's been an amazing show on
They
the
should keep somewhere
Ladies
for
Talk
Emma.
today. Thank you so much, Judith, Temitope, Nengi. It's been amazing. We definitely catch you on the next episode of the Ladies Talk Show. I am Chikasi Obo, your host, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Come on, go there.